Hi Aquarius, this is Kacee with your messages from heaven. Thank you so much for tuning in. Shae and I are so happy to have all of you here with us. This reading is going to be your connection to the other side. It's going to be how we communicate with our deceased loved ones, how they communicate with us. If you're watching this video, that tells me that you're interested in this. You're trying to develop your talents. You're trying to learn as much as you possibly can about the synchronicities and the communication that goes on between us and the people on the other side. So this is a timeless reading, and I just want to make reference that it's November 2019 that we are recording it. The first card that popped out when I was shuffling for you guys is your spirit message, and it reads, "A mother's love is reaching out to you at this time and holding you close. She knows how much you miss her and wants to remind you that this special bond of love can never be broken." So of course I'm going to go straight with that you've lost a mother or a mother figure that is very important to you, and that is who you guys want to connect with. This could be a mother, a grandmother, a sister, an aunt. It could be your wife or your significant other. But someone important that was of the feminine has crossed over, and you really want to hear from them. You really want to know that they're okay. You really want to have that connection again. What Spirit is trying to tell you is that you do not lose that bond when that person crosses over. It is just a different kind of relationship. It's a different way to communicate. The love that you experienced here in the physical transcends to the other side. So they love you just as much today as they did when they passed. They know that you think about them. They know that you worry about them. They know you cry over them. They don't want you to do that. They want you to live your life. They want you to feel free. They want you to feel blessed. They want you to shine your light so it's easier for them to communicate with you. Because when we have any self-doubt or sadness or grief, it's harder for them to communicate because we're actually blocking them. And then we have to, recognize how they're going to communicate with us. That's different. They're going to leave symbols. They're going to, leave smells. They're going to give you radio messages with different songs. Their name may pop up on the TV. Your electronics might go wonky. There's a lot of different ways that they can manipulate the energy. And that's exactly what they're doing, is manipulating energy in order for us to hear or see or actually view signs from the other side. And when I mean view, I mean them leaving you feathers or moving things around or leaving you pennies, or you'll find something that's theirs that they had given to you a long time ago in a spot you didn't leave it. It's all them manipulating our environment to let us know that they're here with us. Let's pull an emotion card for you guys. Challenging times. This is perfect because this really hits home that when we're going through a rough spot in our life, whatever it happens to be, whether it's us battling our emotions or battling a work situation, our family is upside down, whatever it is, that's when we want our moms the most, okay? That's when you usually call mom and get her advice or just hear her voice. If you're feeling sick or there's something wrong with you physically, mom always makes you feel better. I don't care how old you are, having mom around or just hearing her voice makes things so much better. When you don't have that opportunity to physically hear your mom or that person that you resonate as a mom figure, when you really, really need them, is very stressful. And it's very painful, and that's when you feel the separation the most, because when you need them the most and they're not physically here. But please reach out to them on the other side. They can hear you. They can help you. They can come in your dreams. They can come through your meditation. A lot of times you'll get messages when you're doing something that is so mundane, like washing the dishes or driving to or from work, something you do as an automatic pilot kind of thing. That's when you'll get that emotion. That's when you let your guard down and you're able to receive the messages a little bit easier. So keep that in mind, that if you kind of like space out while you're doing something, and then you get the feeling or a thought or a memory of this person that you miss so dearly, know that that's their way of coming through. We can all speak to the other side. some of us, it's easier than others. Some of us have to work on it to clear the chatter in our heads and to recognize what it is that we're seeing, because they're always talking to us, but it's up to us to recognize how they communicate now. And it's like a different kind of relationship. You know, a long distance relationship with a very bad connection. But we can work on that connection. We can get on that frequency. We're able to expand, show our light, make it easier for them to communicate with us. And our job is to recognize the symbols. Now, some people actually physically see people that have crossed over on the other side. They will manifest in front of them. They'll hear voices. You know, there's smells like perfume or flowers, or even cigarette smoke, you know, that kind of thing. Something that triggers your memory of them. And that, again, is their way of coming through. Worry. God, you guys are, oh my gosh, you guys are struggling so much right now. Your soul journey message is worry. And it reads, I am learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. So you're going through this stressful time. You're worrying about everything that's going on around you, the people, the places, the things, whatever in your physical. You also worry about them as well. Did they cross over? Did they have pain? Were they suffering? You know, were they scared? Don't worry about any of that. Okay? Don't worry about how they crossed over. Don't worry about where they are as they've crossed over. They're okay. They are with God's light. They are with their angels. They're with their guides. They're with their family members. They're being taken care of just fine. They kind of worry about us and how we handle the separation and handle their passing. And we don't want them to worry. You know, they're going to check in with us and make sure we're doing the right thing. And if we're in a depressed mode and we're not able to handle the grief process that we all have to go through because of the physical separation, they will worry about us. And where we're taking, because we have free will, and where we're going to take this grief. Are we going to get through it? Are we going to transcend through it and become stronger and shine our light brighter so we can communicate? Or are we going to stay in that low-lying energy? And we owe it to them to do the best we can to heal from their passing. Okay, we really do, because we don't want them to worry about us. You know, we spend so much time on the earthly worrying about things we can't control. You know, if you notice, you know, half the time that we're stressing and we have anxiety, it's all about things that haven't happened yet, or things that we can't control that's in the fate's hands, or it's in someone else's hands, and we just have to pray that the proper outcome benefits us and everyone else. It's kind of like the same thing. Don't worry about their passing. Know that they're in safe hands right now. They're very protected. Work on getting through the challenge of getting through the grief, okay? That way you can communicate with them. I feel like you guys are very stressed out about their passing, and rightly so. But this message is more about how when you get past that energy, you are able to communicate with them again. It's easier for them to communicate with you. You know, you may find a random picture in the weirdest place that you didn't put it, and it's of a happy time in your childhood with your mom, your grandmom, however this energy resonates with you. You know, and at one point it gives you the, oh my God, they're not here with me, and you're so sad. But remember that moment. Be in that moment. Be in their presence in that moment, in that memory, and that allows that healing to start. It opens up that healing a lot more than if you stay in the grief. They don't want us to stay in the grief. They really don't. They want us to live our lives. They want us to open ourselves up, because they see things how it truly is now. They've passed over. They know all the secrets, you know, all the things that we wanted to know. What happens when you cross over? They know it, and they can communicate it with us if we're open, if we raise our energy. You're coming in with belonging. And I feel like this is where you are kind of feeling lost. Because this was your nucleus, this person, this was your center, this was your grounding. This person handled everything for you, made you feel at home, made you feel comforted, made you feel secure. And without this person, you have to find that on your own. You can't rely on their energy anymore because it's not here in the physical, and that can be very daunting. So know that they are still with us. They're still giving you the same security, the same love. It's just communicated differently. Okay, our angel message is coming up. And it's Oceana. And it reads, take action. You're in touch with your truth in this situation, and you need to trust your gut and lovingly assert yourself. And that's a beautiful message because it's telling you that you know that they're okay. You're worrying for nothing. You're worrying about the what ifs, things that you can't control. Stay in your belief system that they're okay, that they're with you, that they're talking to you, that you can communicate with them. They hear everything that you say. When you speak to them, they are listening. So listen back on their frequency. Believe in the things that are happening, because if you're watching this video, things are starting to stir that you can't explain. And you're trying to reach out and figure out why, how, and all that other stuff. You are really on the breaking point of releasing from your grief, however long it's gotten to get you here. That doesn't matter. You're here now. This is where you take control of your life. You take control of your gift. You take control of the messages, and you realize that they are speaking to you, that they're loving you from the other side, and you are able to connect with them. Believe in that, okay? Because it is happening. You're not crazy. The things that are happening are from them. They're trying to connect with you, so please be open with that. Aquarius, thank you so much for letting me read for you today. I hope the message helps. If you haven't done so already, please like and subscribe. And I always love it when you guys comment, so please do that. Take care.